Hello everybody and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall. We just achieved victory in the tutorial mission and we learned an incredible amount. So if you're at all, like me, unfamiliar with Age of Wonders combat or mechanics, you might want to take a look at the previous episode 0 to get familiar. But if you are familiar or if you've watched the episode 0, let's continue.
We barely escaped the surface of the planet before the void anomaly consumed it. We're lucky to have gotten the colonists out alive. These last few days have left me filled with more questions than answers. What happened on the surface here? What was that gravitronic wave that ripped through this star cluster?
And so if you did skip episode 0, that's basically the only important plot thing that we need to know, is that there was an unidentified gravitonic wave that ripped through the star cluster, and we evacuated the planet just in time, it seems.
Well, it looks like we'll have plenty of time to sleep on this. The gravitronic force destabilized the void rift in this system, making faster than light travel impossible. We have to get home the old-fashioned way. It will take us close to 200 years to reach the nearest Star Union hub. I have ordered everyone to prepare for cryosleep. We will see what kind of world we wake up to.
So I'm starting to wonder if the gravitonic wave here in the tutorial mission was what caused the collapse of the Star Union. I guess we're going to find out. Choose our destination world. Okay, so where do we... Aha, here we go. And we can also change our commander. Okay, this is very interesting. I did not know that we were going to have these choices during the campaign. Well, let's see. Okay, so we can customize him basically, right? But we still have to be... We can't change our race. Okay. So we're still going to follow a linear story in the campaign, but at least we can customize our character. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what we want to go with here. We do want to customize. Of course we do. Let's check out the different heads here. Maybe we'll go something like that. Can we get a beard on this guy? Yes, we can. And a mighty beard it is. Kind of digging this for the head. I like the strip of gray through the hair. Different skin textures. Let's go with 3. Oh, this is going to change our outfit. That's perfect. So we don't have to look like a generic character off of Firefly. If we don't want to. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Maybe we go with something like this. We could still have armored knee pads for when, for when stuff gets real. Oh, that's cool. That's like, reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z scanner. We're definitely gonna keep that on. A cape? Why not a cape? That's a nice red cape for us. Whoops. No, I want the scanner. Anything else we want to mess with here? What about the backgrounds? Well, that's cool. All these are pretty cool, actually. I guess we could think of like a theme for our character and pick one that's gonna match the background. I don't know. Oh, these are like more spacey. Let's go with... I like the rings here. Let's go with that. I didn't see his eyebrows. So that's okay. And of course, let's change our name here. You'd think they would have let you do this in the tutorial, but I guess not. Now the symbol is what's going to appear above our units. I think this will stand out pretty well. As for the symbol itself, what do we want to go with here? I like that we could see all these at the same time. And they're all pretty cool. Maybe like a falcon. That's pretty neat. Let's go with that. What about these portraits here? Okay, so that's like what our character portrait will look like. That's okay.
Commander's personal record.
Nice.
Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep cycle completed. No casualties. Time since launch, 197 years. We're finally back. After a storm destroyed our hyperspace passage, we had to take the long way around. Most of us joined the Vanguard to escape our past. 2 centuries should be enough to give everybody a clean slate.
Okay, so yeah, I believe that the gravitonic wave that we experienced at the end of the tutorial mission must have been what knocked out the Star Union, and now we're waking up after 200 years.
Time to contact Vanguard Central Command. We're heading for Leave 6, the military transit hub in this section of the Borderlands. The crew is already speculating about visiting the Elysium parks. Gambling, booze, and promiscuous androids.
Oh boy.
Oh well. After 2 centuries of sleep, it's time for some fun.
I have a feeling that we're not going to find the world or the universe as we expect.
Something is wrong. We have reached the Leave 6 star system, but instead of orbital patrol, there was only scattered wreckage awaiting our arrival. While searching for survivors, we spotted a ship of unknown configuration. Entering the planet's atmosphere, it ignored our hails. Residual void interference prevents us from scanning the surface.
I guess we'll have to make Planetfall. Alright.
The Elysium parks must wait.
in.
We have a new mission. We need to assess the strategic situation on Leave 6. Contact Vanguard Central Command and help them clean up this mess. Prepare for Planetfall, for the Vanguard, and for the Union.
That's right. Okay, so we have some information up here about the world, so it's going to be tiny. It's very much land, not really any water, so 97% land. Our objectives are to find out what happened, and we got to find the alien ship. So let's go. I'm trying to decide if these should just be longer episodes and whatever it takes to get a mission done is what it takes, but I'm thinking just to break them up into digestible 30-minute segments.
I am Ava, your autonomous integrated virtual assistant. Standard issue for every planetary governor of the Star Union. My messages will appear when important actions are undertaken for the first time. They can be reviewed at any time in the Imperial Archive.
We'll keep these on for now. If they are repetitive or we don't need them, we can turn them off, or we'll skip the ones that we don't need. But we are going to probably be learning new things even beyond what we learned in the tutorial, so... Let's see, with base camp set, we're ready to march out. Down here, it's the same desolate image as in orbit. It's all desert and charred ruins. Tropical paradise Vanguard Central created for their soldiers gone to hell. Someone has been fighting a war here. Question is who and when. So far, none of our standard frequency calls have been answered. If there are survivors, they are either cut off from communications or unwilling to talk. Time to search the old-fashioned way, with our laser rifles ready. We have some blip blip blips from this robot here. The robot ambles playfully. Would you look at that, Lieutenant Yang? Your little friend is making himself comfortable in this rotten place. Yes, sir, but it's no surprise. My brother used to be stationed at one of the Leave 6 repair stations. This is where we assembled Tapples. He must be feeling he's close to his... Hey, Tapples, what do you think you're doing? We have a robot on the loose. The robot slips through one of the still unfinished sections of the camp wall. He dashes straight into the desert. He's gone. Like 3PO and R2-D2 into the desert of Tatooine. ... Perfect. Send out your owl. Scouts to look for any Star Union presence in the vicinity. Okay. we could definitely do that. And then they're telling us right where the alien ship is. It's located up here, so we have to get there as well. It's a tiny planet, so it shouldn't be too hard. In the meantime, let's see what we have going on around here. Survivor. Probable survivor. Let's head right over to what we can see and possibly pull some more people into our army. We can have them head this way. And maybe we take over the craggy front and we'll have more food from the overgrown biome here. As far as what we want to do at the base, what do we got going on as far as resources? We have a lot of production. I think I'm going to go with the central biofarm, and that's going to provide plus 15 to food. Let's do that. Units, let's go ahead and just get another trooper in the queue. And that should be good.
The Objectives interface gives an overview of available objectives. Quests can come from NPC factions or from special sources during the campaign.
Quests given by NPC factions can offer military or economic rewards and will improve your... Okay, yeah,
The active victory conditions for the current session can be seen here, as well as your progress in each condition.
Once reached, a capability rank is shown for each category, showing how well you are doing compared to other players in the game. Covert operations can be used to gather extra information on non-allied players.
In addition to regular quests, the game features Empire tasks. These are divided into 3 categories, each representing an important pillar of your faction.
That must be what we're looking at here. Progressing through these Empire tasks yields rewards and sets you on a victory path. Being the first commander to complete a task gives you an extra Pioneer reward. Okay. So these are things that we can do or work towards that we'll probably be working towards naturally throughout the course of the game until we gain some direction and traction in later game. So this world teems with life and opportunity. The natives here have a rich culture and could teach us much. We should send an emissary to make contact with these people and begin a new era of peace. So we have to do two quests for NPC factions. And I don't know if we'll do these on every map or not. How that will work. I know that if we were doing a random scenario, we would probably get more into those. But we'll see what becomes of that. Okay, we could go right into combat here. We greatly outnumber them, so let's go ahead and jump into manual combat. They moved very little. What do we have? Quartzite liquid flame. What do we know? Quartzite requires vast geothermal energy to exist. If they are alive and not just constructs, they are not organic. 3. They appear to originate deep within the planet's crust. 4. They have been found on nearly all colonized worlds. My best guess? Either they are the natural embodiment of a natural law exhibited in some evolutionary mechanism we have not yet discovered, or they are a side effect of Star Union colonization, perhaps caused by terraforming. Suffice to say, the specimen is a dangerous, fiery rock monster. Professor Sandak Volm, RV99315, Scientific Mysteries. So they have Magma Spit, that's 5 range, repeating, so if they don't move at all, they can fire this 3 times for 7 damage. And they have Flame Jet, which is going to be up close, 1 range, 2 hex cone. And it can apply burning to non-ethereal and non-mineral targets. So we're not going to want to get close to these guys. We're going to want to try to take them out from a distance. Hopefully it won't be a problem. And we'll start by drawing them in, hopefully, into some overwatches. Let's bring the bike out here so that maybe we can flank. We'll have to bring somebody up and risk them getting attacked to draw them out, I think. And we'll move ourselves over here. We can also overwatch this area. I think I'm just going to have them overwatch from back here if I can. And we'll try to avoid losing any units, especially early on. Yeah, they might not come at us unless we get in a range of them. Let's put somebody forward. Our sacrificial lamb, so to speak. And we'll have a 5% shot. I don't even think it's worth it. I think we just have them overwatch. And then we can move some other units up. Let's pull him way over there. And we'll take half cover here. Now they should move in. Oh, we drew one of them out. And I'll take 2 misses, definitely. Okay, good, good. We might be able to blow that up and deal some damage. Overwatch for 11 damage total. Another Overwatch, 7 more damage. And they've missed 6 attacks, so we've gotten incredibly lucky so far. And we probably can't always count on that level of luck. Let's just take our direct shot here. And we could probably get the killing blow.
Enemy neutralized.
%65's not bad. We got a graze. Okay,
enemy
good.
down.
Even the grays, we took it out, so perfect.
They never stood a chance.
That's accurate. $103 food, perfect. Okay, now we could, next turn we'll be able to annex this sector, so the craggy front will be ours. We'll get potentially some additional food production if we go agriculture with that zone. Let's see. It might be worth it to go either electricity or production, but we'll see. It's good. I think it's good to go food early on. Okay, we can annex our first sector. We'll definitely be on that next turn.
This is an army belonging to an NPC faction, a group of sentient beings native to this planet. NPC factions can be interacted with and will provide quests and issue demands.
Appeasing an NPC faction leads to diplomatic benefits, such as the ability to purchase their units or to call the faction to war as allies. So this is the Paragon faction. Paragon NPC faction is made up of the decaying remnants of the ruling class of the Star Union. Cybernetic implants have allowed them to survive the centuries since the collapse. So the 200 years. Salutations. Bow before the mighty Paragon, heirs of the grand and noble Star Union, chosen by the Emperor himself. We were destined to become the exemplars of the human perfection. Today, in these barbaric times, the Paragon are the last line between anarchy and civilization. Tell us your intentions. We will judge your worth. I think for now we are going to be friendly. Our intentions are to offer you our aid. Whoa, what was that? What is this madness? Is that how the returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcomed home these days? Step aside. Let me talk to your superior. I'm not quite sure what event is happening. A sleeper mission? Impossible. There are no more ships arriving from the void. Don't lie to me. Ruby Squad, Emerald Squad, Sapphire Squad. You're all madmen. You know what? We'll let you speak to the Prefect. He'll show you how we deal with traitors. It's hard to believe these wretched creatures were once proud Star Union citizens. I always felt the Paragon were going too far with their cybernetic enhancement, but this? Are they even still human? And what about calling us renegades? Have their brains gone rotten as well? Or is there something more to this? Time to talk to their Prefect. Vanguard Central Command will know what is going on. In the meantime, we should keep our eyes open for the commanders of the Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire Squad they mentioned. They could be trouble.
Objective completed.
Okay. So we've met them. I don't know that they're exactly friendly. Find the Vanguard squad leaders. Search for the squad leaders. Okay, we can do that. And appease the Paragon. Prove your good intentions to the Paragon and reach a peaceful relation with them. So we're probably going to have to do quests for them. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, so she's good there. Let's go ahead and annex this sector for our city, Goranbur. We might change the name of this. In fact, we will very much likely change the name of this. If you guys have any suggestions for cool city names, go ahead and post them in the comments below. And we'll get some better names going than Goranbur. And where do we want to go next? Could probably go grab some things. Let's head out this way. Alright, we can do our military research and our society research now. We could right away grab the flechette ammunition, which could inflict bleeding on biological units. Or we could go more defensively and pick up the potential heal and some support operations, tactical operations rather. I think I'm going to go with nanite support. It is what they recommend. And for society, we are going to go with frontier facilities, which will open up the creation of the recreational dome to increase happiness. It's going to give us our standard military structure and our colonizer. Let's get those going right away. And we'll end our turn there. Message from the Paragon faction. The Imperial Guard is crumbling. The plebeians have given in to their savage nature. Help us maintain order with our last bulwark of civilization. So they want us to kill some folks for them. Not a big surprise there. Let's go ahead and accept their quest. And that's where they want us to head to take out this rogue marauder army. Army power 440, we should definitely be able to handle it. I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. Let me know about any audio settings you think ought to be adjusted. Let's head over that way. Also, now that we have the craggy front, we can exploit it. We're going to go ahead and do the agriculture because with the biodome there, we're going to get a bonus 5. So grants additional 5 food when we're doing the agriculture exploitation. So I think that's worth it, especially early on. And we could bring her back this way.
Sector annexed.
And we'll end our turn there. I think we could take these guys with just his group. We could wait and make our way over with her group as well, and they could team up. But I think we're good just to go ahead and jump in with just our main group here. We overwhelmed them quite a bit from an attack power standpoint, so it should be fine. Alright, some different units here that we haven't come up against yet. Some, looks like assault units. Let's take a look at what we have, shall we? So they have the basic Vanguard Trooper, and that, you know, we can deal with that. No problem. They also have the Purifier. Fire is hypnotic. I don't believe in magic, but if I did, I'd live in fire. Or it'd live in fire. I joined the Prometheans at the height of the hysteria when the Xenoplague was discovered. At the time, I was thinking, why should robots have all the fun of dispensing incendiary accelerants? I never bought into the dogma that as a purifier, I brought holy fire. There's something about oxidizing even the hardiest biohazards. I'll admit it, I love watching noxious lifeforms dispersed in a puff of fumes. Burn them all, reduce them to smoke. Now that's purity. Promethean Specialist Varen. Okay. So these guys have a plasma repeater. So it could fire up to 3 times depending on if they've moved or not. It can cause burning, not good. Launch plasma bombs, they can fire that at a range of 7. So they have a range of 7 on both those abilities. We don't want burning. And then they have plasmoids. Please don't try to cook on them. Sure, Specialist Varen calls it her walking barbecue grill, but just bumping them causes a fiery blowback of 3rd-degree burns. They're like walking napalm grenades. Plasmoids became available when research scientists from the Promethean Project developed what they called a Phoenix Ops Station. There's a whole protocol to containing the caustic inferno of chemicals that fuel them. Ever since then, these little fiery bots are part of our acquisition cycle. We can order a little extra firepower, if you catch my meaning. Tex Melonballer, Smith, Special Ops, and Support. These guys have a Lash Out, another repeating ability. That's a melee range ability, though. So those guys we won't have to worry about unless they get up close. Alright, so basically keep them at range. Don't get hit. Maybe we could draw them in to some Overwatch. Although that is awful. Awful Overwatch area. From back here, we get a little better. We're probably going to have to move up. That's better. I think, I have this feeling that they're not going to move, but we'll see. We'll put one group way over here to attempt maybe a flank. And we'll see what they do. Triggered our Overwatch for Graze. We missed that one. Another Graze, so 16 damage so far in Overwatch shots, not bad. 32. Okay, I'll take it. We did 32 damage. They did 12 so far. Not bad. Good use of Overwatch. They are moving up, and that's what we want. Probably want to get out of the burning ground, I'm assuming. We could step into cover there. We do have a 65% chance back here. Let's take that. Not bad. Especially from that range. Let's finish him off with the bike.
Enemy eliminated.
Take some shots here on these guys. If I want a shot, I have to come completely out of cover, which I don't particularly want to do with him. Let's pull them over here and just have them overwatch. And we'll do an overwatch here as well. Oh, good thing we got out of there because that blew up. We probably would have taken more damage. And we're burning again. Overwatch is not as fruitful this turn, but we should still be okay. Let's move over here and we'll have a better chance to get these guys.
Enemy killed.
Not the best shot, but we hit it, so that's what matters. They might have a melee Overwatch. They do. So if we take an action there, we're gonna take a hit, and we're taking backlash. Not good. Might be better just to take the hit and move away. Yeah, let's do that. And we can still Overwatch. That was just a bad position for us to have our character in. That backlash is serious, and so is the opportunity attack with the melee Overwatch. Alright, that's all we could do that turn. I'm glad they went after a different character besides our hero. Let's just try to finish this off as quickly as we can.
Enemy annihilated.
We'll take any shots we can get. Oh, we shouldn't have done that though. It's okay.
Unit down.
Yeah, we might have lost
never
that
stood a
unit.
chance.
We should have moved them out of there. Sorry, guy.
Objective completed.
Collateral damage, all that stuff. So we completed the quest. We'll take the rewards. Paragon Prefect. Who treads there in the shadow of my throat, hiding like thieves? Come closer into the light. Let me see your faces. Ah, it is you, the ones who claim to have returned through the spatial rift. Tell me, soldier, what was the name and designation of your mission? My name is Robert Rambles, commanding officer of the VES Frontier. We secured the Catoni system to deployed through a Type 4 cryosleep mission 197 years ago. That being said, and with all due respect, you better have a bloody good reason to treat us like this. 197 years, 58 days, and 20 hours ago to be precise. The Frontier seemed like a fine ship back then. Congratulations, Commander. You've passed. So it is true. The void storms have subsided. This is excellent news. I would invite you all to a celebratory dinner, but as you must have noticed, we are barely sustaining ourselves. I do owe you an apology, Commander. Though you must understand our situation, when the planet lost contact to Vanguard Central Command, it had no means of supply. Soldiers make for bad farmers, and as rations grew short, tensions within the Vanguard began to boil. They split into different parties, and the Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire Squad, while alas, only a few remained loyal to the Paragon. Since then, they have been fighting over food, weapons, and resources, laying waste to the planet with experimental Promethean weaponry. They assault anyone and raided all other Paragon command posts. We were desperate, but now with your arrival and the prospect of rejoining the Union, we could surely put an end to this tragedy.
Objective completed.
Lofty goals, but we'll see what we can do. We got the Paragon Guard unit as a reward. This is a Tier 2 Scrimmager, Shock Spear, Shield Charge, and it's considered an infantry and a cyborg. Very cool. And 10 influence. We will take that. Most definitely. And let's see here. What else do we have going on? We have a couple of units that we need to move out. And we probably want to have them join up somewhere with our group since we are one down. They could also join up with each other. That's a good point. Let's form this into a group, so we'll have this group of 5. We have our group of 5 over here. And that should be pretty good. We can check out this guy in a little bit more detail. Listen, child. Papa's grandpapa remembered the Star Union. Time of gods and wealth. I see you eyeing their colony of eerie lights. Beware. Where gods dream, their guards watch. The same guards that watched in the age of abundance. Once their eyes were bright like yours, little one. But now they are dark sockets. If you go there seeking treasure, all you will find is death. Do not tempt the Paragon, the fallen gods, or their servants. We simple scavengers cannot defeat their powers. You cannot kill those already dead. Lyra Day, Nomad. Spoken lore interpreted. Okay, so this is going to be a melee attack, I'm assuming, yes, but it is repeating, so if we don't move and use it, all the better. Shield charge. Unit charges forward, knocking back its target and taking its place. Can't do that against heavy units, only light units. Okay, very cool. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here. Seems like a good breaking point. And when we come back, we'll look at maybe annexing another sector. We could head over this way and take on these threats. Conversely, it might be a good idea to come over here and grab some of these, the stash. Perhaps Firestone minerals. We could check that out. A lot of stuff we could do. We'll take a break, we'll come back, and we'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're having fun with this one. I definitely am. Thank you for the support. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.